Your Japanese visa renewal could soon cost 100,000 yen. Your permanent residency application? Potentially 300,000 yen. I'm not exaggerating. And if your visa expires anytime in the next year, this directly affects you. In this video, I'm breaking down exactly what Japan's parliament just passed, when the new fees kick in, and the specific steps you need to take right now to avoid paying up to 30 times more for your immigration status. Let's get into it. In late May 2026, the Japanese parliament passed a bill to amend the Immigration Control and Refugee Recognition Act. Now here's what that actually means in plain English. The government has raised the statutory upper limits, essentially the legal cap, on what they can charge for immigration procedures. Let me give you the hard numbers because this is where it gets real. Right now, as of April 1st, 2025, a standard visa renewal or status change costs you 6,000 yen. That's it. 6,000 yen. Under the new law, the maximum cap for renewals and status changes has been raised to, wait for it, 100,000 yen. That's over 16 times higher than what you're paying today. But it gets worse. If you're applying for permanent residency, the current fee is 10,000 yen. The new statutory cap? 300,000 yen. 300,000 yen. That's a 30-fold increase from the current rate. 30 times more expensive. Now, I want to be absolutely clear here. These are the maximum allowed amounts. The final actual fees haven't been set yet. They'll be determined later in fiscal year 2026 through a formal cabinet order, plus there will be a public comment period before anything goes live. So we don't know exactly what you'll pay on day one, but the legal ceiling just went through the roof, and historically, when governments raise caps this dramatically, the final numbers trend upward significantly. So where do things stand right this minute? As of today, the current fees are still in effect. 6,000 yen for renewals and changes. 10,000 yen for permanent residency. Nothing has changed at the immigration office counter yet. But the legislation is passed. The framework is law. And the only thing standing between you and these massive fee hikes is a government decree setting the final numbers. Here's the timeline you need to understand. The bill passed in late May 2026. Next comes public comments and the cabinet order. Then, later in fiscal year 2026, the new fees go into effect. We don't have an exact implementation date yet, which is honestly part of the problem. It creates uncertainty. But the Immigration Services Agency will announce it on their website once the cabinet order is issued. Look, I know some of you are thinking they probably won't charge the maximum right away, and you might be right. Maybe the first fee tier lands somewhere in the middle. But here's the thing. Japan has roughly 3.2 million foreign residents as of recent counts, and the government has made it clear they're recalibrating immigration policy across the board. From permanent residency compliance monitoring to this fee restructuring, the era of low-cost, low-scrutiny residents in Japan is ending. And let me remind you of what happened in April 2025 when the last fee revision hit. Immigration offices across the country saw massive congestion. People who waited until the last minute were standing in lines for hours, some panicking because their expiration dates were days away. Don't be that person. Not this time. Okay, enough with the scary numbers. Let me walk you through exactly what you need to do right now. These are your actionable steps. Step 1. Apply early. If your current visa expires in the next 3 months, go renew it now. Not next month. Not next week. Now. Japan's immigration system allows you to apply for an extension up to 3 months before your current expiration date. That 3-month window is your best hedge against fee increases. Every week you delay is a week closer to potentially paying significantly more. Pull up the Immigration Services Agency website, check your expiration date on your residence card, and get your documents together. If you're not sure what documents you need, the ISA website has checklists for every visa category. Download it, print it, check every item off. Step 2. Talk to your employer. If you're on a work visa, open your employment contract and find the section about visa sponsorship. Many Japanese companies cover visa renewal costs as part of your employment package. But, and this is critical, most of those contracts were written when renewals cost 6,000 yen and PR cost 10,000 yen. You need to have a direct conversation with your HR department. Ask them specifically, are you aware of the upcoming fee increases? Does the company plan to cover the new higher amounts or only the old fee structure? Get this in writing if possible. Because if your contract says company covers visa fees without a specific amount, you might be fine. But if it caps at a specific number, you could be on the hook for the difference. Step 3. Prepare your PR application now. If you're eligible for permanent residency, meaning you've typically been on your current visa for the required period, you've got stable income and you've been paying your taxes and pension, start gathering your documents immediately. The PR application process already takes months to process, and with a potential jump from 10,000 yen to anywhere near that 300,000 yen cap, every day you delay could cost you literally hundreds of thousands of yen. You'll need your tax certificates, pension payment records, employment verification, residence certificate, and several other documents depending on your visa type. I have a detailed PR application guide linked in the description if you need the full breakdown. But the message is simple. If you've been thinking about applying for PR, the window to do it affordably is closing. Step 4. Budget realistically. For financial planning purposes, don't assume the fees will stay at current levels. A prudent approach is to set aside an estimated range of 30,000 yen to 70,000 yen for standard visa renewals, and upwards of 100,000 yen or more for permanent residency applications. These aren't the official final numbers. Again, those haven't been announced. But they're realistic mid-range estimates based on the new statutory caps. If the final fees land lower, great. You've got extra savings. If they land higher, you're prepared. Now let me walk you through the 4 most common mistakes I see foreigners making in situations like this. Mistake 1. Waiting until the last minute. I see this every single year. People walk into the immigration office the week their visa expires, stressed out, missing documents, standing in a 3-hour line. After the April 2025 fee revision, offices were so congested that some applicants couldn't get their renewal processed before their status technically lapsed. You have a 3-month window. Use it. Apply early, apply calmly, apply correctly. Mistake 2. Ignoring the 3-month window. I cannot say this enough. You do not have to wait for your expiration date. Immigration allows renewals up to 90 days early. That 3-month buffer isn't just convenient. It's your financial shield against fee increases. The sooner you file, the more likely you beat the new pricing tier. Treat that window like a deadline, not an option. Mistake 3. Misinterpreting news headlines. Here's something that drives me crazy. News outlets are going to run headlines saying, permanent residency fees hitting 300,000 yen. And technically that's true because 300,000 yen is the new legal maximum. But that doesn't necessarily mean you'll pay 300,000 yen on day 1. The final fee could be lower. It will be set by cabinet order, and there will be public consultation. However, and this is important, don't let that nuance make you complacent. Even if the final PR fee lands at 50,000 yen or 100,000 yen instead of 300,000 yen, that's still 5 to 10 times more than the current 10,000 yen. The direction is only going up. Understand the difference between the cap and the final fee, but plan for significant increases either way. Mistake 4. Assuming your employer will cover everything. If you're on a company-sponsored visa, do not assume your employer has automatically budgeted for a 10x or 20x fee increase. Many HR departments may not even be aware of this legislative change yet. You need to initiate that conversation. Ask directly, get clarity, and if necessary, negotiate. The worst time to find out your company only covers the old 6,000 yen rate is after you've already submitted your application and are staring at a 60,000 yen bill. Let me point you to the official sources where you can track this yourself, because you should never rely solely on a YouTube video for something this important. First, the Immigration Services Agency of Japan, the ISA. This is your primary source. Check their news section regularly for announcements about the cabinet order and the exact implementation date. That's where the final fee schedule will be posted first. Bookmark it. Check it weekly. Second, the Ministry of Justice website. They publish the legal texts of all amendments to the Immigration Control and Refugee Recognition Act. If you want to read the actual legislative language, and I know some of you do, that's where you'll find it. Third, if you're using Japan's online application system, log in and check for any notices about electronic submission changes. Sometimes fee updates are accompanied by system upgrades or new digital payment requirements. One thing I want to be completely transparent about: fee increases are subject to those final government decrees. The legislative framework is passed and real, but the official implementation dates and final pricing tiers will come directly from the Immigration Services Agency. Always check those official government websites before making any major financial decisions. I will also do my best to update the pinned comment below when the cabinet order is officially announced, so check there too. So here's where we stand. Japan's parliament has passed the law. The caps are set at 100,000 yen for renewals and 300,000 yen for permanent residency. The final fees will be determined by cabinet order later in fiscal year 2026. And you have a 3-month early application window that could save you a massive amount of money. If your visa expires in the next 90 days, apply now. If you're eligible for PR, gather your documents this week. If you're on a work visa, email your HR department today. These aren't dramatic suggestions. They're practical steps that could literally save you tens or hundreds of thousands of yen. If you found this video helpful, hit the like button so YouTube shows it to more people who need this information. Subscribe if you want to stay on top of Japan immigration updates. I cover policy changes, visa strategies, and practical life advice for foreign residents every week. And please, share this video with any friends or colleagues in Japan who might be affected. Most foreigners have no idea this fee increase is coming. Drop a comment below. Are you planning to renew early? Are you in the middle of a PR application? Is your employer covering the new fees? I'd love to hear where everyone stands, and I try to reply to as many comments as I can. Stay ahead of the changes, stay compliant, and I'll see you in the next video.